I heard
Man,
they mixtape. I downloaded it. The stuff was so weak. I broke my phone for the homie. I ain't with none of the Instagram phony shit. Check me out. What you
dude,
this rap about? The realest and I stand by
what's
the
up,
states.
world?
The boys pull up. My bad.
Yeah, you drunk.
My bad. I was rapping for like the past 10 minutes though. That's bars, baby.
I know. I'm trying to get a little introduction for
Hey,
you. Start, with the raps and all that, but yeah, man, yeah, can't
let's get
come
them in.
from rap.
Let's get them in. Let's get them in.
Uh, you know, I'm, what's up, world? Man, I'm a little been crying all night. I'm a little upset. I, I didn't know how I was gonna do this today, man. I feel a little down. You see, I couldn't even wear the Cowboys hat. My voice lost. I was ready to rip down the background. About to pull down all the paraphernalia. I mean, the memorabilia.
Listen, listen. I don't pay that boy no mind, yo. Listen, we here, y'all. We run it, y'all. We run it. We run it. You know, we run it in so
Nah,
many aspects. In so many aspects. You know, not just with the show that's taking off. It's taking off to a fire level. We giving y'all boys consistency. That's what we said we was gonna give it, and we doing it. You know, I mean, listen, I got a little carried away coming in. I started rapping. I'm just rapping and rapping, but I feel good. I feel good, you
I
know, and
guess
that's
because
what
y'all
it's
won.
all about. You know, I mean, today was a strong day for other reasons. For other reasons I won't speak on, but we had a strong Monday. I had a strong Monday, but it maybe it's piggybacking off the strong Sunday
Right.
because when you resilient, when you play every down, right? Take that as a token of life, a key of life. When you play every down, you
Right.
get maximum results. So
Right.
don't stop playing, y'all. That's just
Right.
look, if y'all no skill y'all game. I say that, I say it often. I'm gonna keep saying you getting more than just a show, you getting real life stuff from two real life people that really go out here and grind every day. Like,
Right.
so, now, and I'm gonna compliment my brother on that beautiful hat. I believe we are winning. We are the top team in the NL East too. Philly don't play. By the way, is it clear to you?
Yeah, it's clear to
You
me.
see me? Which way did he go? Which way did he go? Nah, yesterday was amazing, man. I told y'all. I said we gonna bring them Rams back down to earth. We got saw some horns off. They officially off. Jared, who? The only hot verses you get is from me. That's the only verse that's fire. Mine.
They got
Nobody
Eagles
else.
210.
Listen,
You heard me?
Jordan Davis.
They
Jordan
got
Davis.
they got Eagles
Huh?
versus Cowboys 210.
Look, Jordan Davis. He needed we needed Jordan Davis to step up. We needed somebody to step up. Jordan said, "I got it. Put it on my back." Blocks field goals. When the defensive player goes in GOAT mode, he fresh off a Super Bowl. He want to feel that again. I mean, when you stop going, when you say, "Oh, they keep throwing the five under the Puka Nakua," it's getting you 5 yards. But what you gonna do after that? You ain't gonna keep throwing the same play. We gonna stop it eventually. What you trying to get in field goal range? That's what happened when you try to settle for stuff. Instead of being aggressive, they tried to settle and run the clock out because they was scared. Sean McWho? Come on, bruh. Come on, bro. Get that out of here, bro. Take
Hey,
that
yeah,
goofy, take that goofy stuff somewhere else, bro. Your playbook was bland as heck, bro. It was so bland. You did the same plays all game, bro. I'm gonna need you to do something else if you want to compete in this NFL, man, or at least do something else for your fans. It Was the oh my bad. Devontae
man.
Adams got shut down in the second half. when you go Quinyon way, it's not a day. Quinyon don't play that, man. We coming from the Browns. Best defensive tackle, best linebacker, best cornerback.
Right.
We coming. We're
Hey,
coming from the Browns.
this is a little side note. You know what's grinding my gears? I'm I'm tired of seeing all the videos, chicks going to just like,
Yeah,
God,
yeah,
yo,
yeah, yeah.
it's like, come on, bro. Like,
Come on, man. Watch the sport for real, man. Like for real, yeah. That's how I be feeling about that. That's how I be feeling about that too. Watch the sport for real, bro. I mean, all that. It was a good day on football though. Not even just the Eagles. I watched that Browns game and man was I let down. Oh man, was I let down. But I was truly considering Green Bay as a possible contender after they I mean and right, Cleveland's a good defense. Cleveland a good defense. But
how you,
I didn't
how you, how you feel about the Cowboys game?
man. I'm surprised, but I said it at the week two. At the week two, we both sat here and we said, "Yo, they got some stuff to figure out on that god dog defense." And man, that secondary got a lot. Yo, if y'all, Jerry better call me, man. He better call me if he need me to cover the slot for him for a little bit. He better call me, man. I'll suit back up if I got to for you, Jerry, man. Like, man. Man, the secondary letting that I ain't gonna call him absolute trash because he shows signs. One week Caleb Williams is good, the next week he absolutely garbage. So you don't know what you're gonna get out the quarterback. But
That Caleb Williams,
yeah, you
bro.
don't know what you're gonna get out of him. But
So we gonna,
to,
hold on. We're gonna start it off like this. My bad. I was looking at something. We're gonna start it off like this. First of all, let's get this right. Every quarterback besides Jalen Hurts, like no shade. I ain't throwing no shade. There's no jokes or nothing like that. But he the only one that came and didn't look like a young Steve Young, like or Joe Montana, Troy Aikman, or somebody. Like these dudes, like you would have thought Russell Wilson revitalized his career, and then he
mhm.
come back the next week and he stink it up.
Absolutely stink it up, man.
Right. Then you
Yeah.
got Caleb Williams. He stunk it up last week.
Mm-hmm.
See us. It's like, oh my God, he about to break out.
Now, all of a
And
sudden he Caleb Manning. He
right,
like how he turned into Caleb Manning.
right. Like, bro, I ain't even got a name for Matt Eveler for whatever the hell his name is right now. I ain't even got a name for him right now. But I'm gonna think of a nickname before the end of this show because that. Hey, listen, I thought Zimmerman defense last year was crazy. Like I'm like, and then I'm making excuses for him last year. Where a lot of people hurt, blah blah blah. And don't get me wrong, a lot of what's going on, missed assignments, bad play design, folks not knowing what they doing. It's stuff that can be fixed, right? But I also think part of it is this dude is asking some of these players to play what they're not comfortable with playing.
Hmm.
Yeah, man. Like Donovan Wilson, right? He can't cover the backfield, right?
Hmm.
He's a heck of a run stopper. He
Hmm.
can't cover the backfield. You asking him to do something he can't do, right? Why?
Hmm.
So why keep him back there? Because
Yeah.
because you got to think about it. People like Dak and all them, these dudes is getting older. They ain't got that much time left before they retire. And Jerry kicking out all this money. It's like You ain't got time to be running experiments and trying to get guys to do what they not comfortable in, especially like a Donovan Wilson. Like he been in the NFL too long, so you should know what he
Hmm.
can and can't do.
Hmm. Yeah.
So so you trying to get this man to do something that he's not comfortable with doing is like, and then you can't put it all on coaching at the same time because the coaches ain't out there playing.
Yeah. 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 Definitely.
So
Definitely. I actually had it in a different capacity. I had a conversation with somebody because they were talking about their team, their kid play football,
right,
13 U, and she was like, "Yeah, the team getting beat on. I just think the coaching is trash." I was like, "It's not the coaching, Jody. It's not just the coaching. It's not just the coaching. The
right,
coaching could be rough." But a lot of it got to do with y'all kids being trash. Y'all kids not in the game for real. Y'all not these kids not they not watching the game. They not going out there and we was going out trying to be the players. We was out there trying to run the routes. We was out there practicing running the routes, all the snaps, all that. We was doing it all. And these
right.
young boys ain't doing that no more. The times are different. But it's not just always the coaching, man. After a while, you gotta look at these bulls in clear view and be like, yo, step it up or get the heck off this court, bruh. Or
Yeah,
Phil,
yeah, that
step
part.
it up. On behalf of the Eagles, Adoree Jackson, another week, another week.
But he was
We
getting
was
torn.
out.
'Cause
Puka was doing him dirty. Puka
Yeah,
was doing him dirty.
I
He
ain't
was
even
doing
see
him
it
dirty.
during y'all game. I was out working during y'all game. Yeah,
Yo, doing him dirty in that first jump, in that first half. You like, I'm looking at it like, yo, as a man, right? And I know it's different, but yo, look, you ain't about to physically outplay me, and I'm just out there just looking dumb every play. He just beating on you. Another 10-yard play, another 12-yard, another 8-yard. I'm like, he got it. Come on, y'all. Come on, yo. A kink in the armor like that, it could the kink in the armor, it hurts so much. Like it can hurt everything,
nah,
right?
that's
If you don't get your guys to start being resilient, like I'll say, and I know, like I said, I'm an Eagle fan, but
we
yesterday,
know. We know.
like I mean, listen, yesterday after Hurts got rocked, right? Because Lane Johnson was out, right? So it was a blitz came up the weak side, and Jalen Hurts got rocked, and then we punted the ball away. And then you seen Jalen Hurts, and his demeanor was, you could tell just out of his body language, he was upset. And then you seen Jalen Carter run off, he met him to the side, dapped him up. They had their conversation. Second half came, and then they totally changed it. They turned everything around. Prior went, Prior had a much better second half. But like, bruh, step it up. That's like, bruh,
Yo, it's funny,
you giving us no shot.
because I started. When I got home, and my nut ass come home and sit down because our game came on right after us. My nut ass get home and start watching y'all game. And when I seen these dudes getting field goal, I'm picking up the phone and I called you the first time and it went to voicemail. Then I said, you know what? Let me wait. I said, let me wait until after until after this field goal. I said, because just be my luck. I pick up the phone, start talking trash, and this dude sent it to the left or send it to the right. Like, nah, this dude ain't send it to the left or send it to the right. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up.
You
He
got
ain't
that
send
joint sent out of here.
it to the left or the right. I'm like, yo, if you could have seen the look on my face, yo, if you could see the look on my face.
It was nuts. It was nuts, bro. Listen, listen, because I'm like, did as a fan, after the first block, I was like, these motherfuckers like got in field goal position. We basically pitched a shutout in the second half. I'm like, let's see what we want. I'm like he gonna be a little rattled, right? We called a timeout, freeze him, and then we'll see if he sent that up or he sent that up right or far left, right? So when they went down, and again they played it perfect. They played it perfect. And then when Jordan Davis blocked that second, I said, "Oh, by the way, I was in a nice little place, nice little place in Richmond. It's called Latitude, and yo, the whole bar, the whole restaurant, just they was in there wearing all sorts of jerseys. Falcons jerseys, Steelers jerseys, Giants jerseys, Commanders, all sorts of jerseys, Cowboys, but everybody started to turn to me and was like, "Yeah, your team trash. They needed to get brought back down to earth. They needed this. They needed this. They needed this." So, and I did something yesterday that I haven't done in a while. I drank a beer. I drank a beer. I continued to watch that game, and they pulled it off. And I was in that bar standing
You
on a stool. Yo, yo,
have
yeah,
business.
they was, yeah, oh yeah, they played out. That young team was playing out of their mind. They played out of their minds in the first half. They were playing better than they actually are.
Yeah, I went eight after that play.
Like,
I was pissed off. I'm like, yo, if you could have seen the look on my face, it was a smack face. I'm like, yo, I just say, you know what, don't even pick up the phone. Then you want to start blowing my phone up. Like, yo, you serious, bro?
listen, the little shorty, hey, look, man. The little shorty next to me, she actually said this to me because remember we was on the phone. It was the main man, the gentleman that was right next to me, and his lady. And his lady, I was talking to bro on the phone, and his lady was like, she said, "Oh, your brother, he got terrible taste." She said, "You'd have thought your family had better taste than that. You like the Eagles, he like the Cowboys." I was like, "Listen, we can't do nothing about that, man." Like. And then the other chick on the side of me, she was talking greasy to me. She like, "I thought you was leaving because this game been over. The game been over. I think you don't you got somewhere to go? Don't you got somewhere to go?" By the time that and look, to be honest, yo, after Hurts threw that second touchdown, I was like, "Oh, it's a game. What's wrong with y'all? This is a game.
Yeah,
This is a game right here." I watched the old head. The old head. He told me he was a St. Louis fan. I said, "Oh, where were you born at, brother?" Which was in St. Louis. I mean, not St. Louis. He said he was a Rams fan. I said, "Was you born in St. Louis or something, bro? Where was you born?" "I was here, born in Virginia, born and raised." I said, "Dang, I ain't never a hardcore St. Louis Rams fan, huh? Hardcore." Okay. OG was talking all that craziness. OG was over there eating the soup over there. Oh, yeah, pick your head up. Pick your head up. Pick your god dog head up, brother. Don't try to put it down now. We needed to be humble. Humble. Humble.
hey,
We
hey,
worked for this.
listen. It's coming. But I ain't gonna crown y'all downfall. Yeah, I mean, that was a good job. You know, hand clap
Yeah,
for the Eagles.
that was a game. That was a game.
Behind hand clap. Let me see if I can get another.
Very game, baby.
Hold
Very
on,
game.
hold up. There you go. But you know what? You know
Mhm.
how we still feel about Jalen Hurts and his tush pushing. Yeah, man. But it's all right though, baby. I man, I still for the life of me, bro. I'm still like stuck, like dang, bro. The Bears that mop the floor with us, man. It's like I'm in this bad dream and can't wake up. Yeah, I mean, I go sports betting. My
Oh
one
yeah,
that joint is I lose my money
yeah,
at about
yeah,
5.
yeah.
I
Bijan, what's up, bro?
soon,
Bijan, what's going on, bro?
soon as the game
Bijan,
start. I looked at my joint 5 minutes after the game started. My ticket closed out. I'm like, yo, all because
Bijan.
the Colts got a pick six, and I did the,
Mm-hmm.
the
Yep.
touchdown, first touchdown bet.
I said, Bijan, what's up, bro? Bijan, what's going on? I'm supporting you stronger than anybody. Like you ain't never had, you don't get love like outside Atlanta. You probably ain't getting love like I'm pushing out right now. Boy, you out there, no, bruh. Put one in the end zone for me, bruh. Put one in the end zone.
Bayon,
Jacobs, the streak stops. It stops
Bayon,
at 13.
Bayon Mustard ain't want you to get no bread.
Like
Yeah, man.
Jacobs, it stopped at 13. Man, who else? Who else? Who ate? Saquon. Yo, when they load in the box and they playing to stop you, Saquon. I understand, bro. Listen. So something that and yesterday was the amazing. The reason that yesterday was a beautiful game is because Hurts played ball. Hurts
Bro, we
really
ain't talking about
played
the Eagles.
ball.
We ain't talking
He
about the
hurt
Eagles.
play.
We ain't talking about the Eagles.
Hurts played ball, man. He started dicing that defense up, dicing them, dicing them. You seen AJ
We
spin
ain't
off the
talking about
ball.
the Eagles no more. How you feel about that Baltimore Lions game that's on right now?
So
You
you
ain't
know
taking
I'm going.
this
I
Thursday?
Now yeah, I ain't even I said I finally got in and got settled. And once I finally got in and got settled, I was like, we gotta get right to it. So I ain't even tap into the game. I ain't
Hey,
even
yo,
tapping into the game yet.
well, it's time right now. I gotta create me a my player, man. I'm gonna have to join. I'm gonna have to join Park with you. I'm gonna have to join Park with you. But hey, yeah, I was, and I can't wait. I'm gonna get my son on one of these joints with us one day, right? So while I'm
Yeah, yeah.
talking to him, hey, look, he gonna talk about some. He said, "Dang," he said, "Dad." He said, "Why Dak Prescott interceptions always popping off their hands and going in the air?" He said, "Did you ever think that maybe he's throwing the ball too hard, and that's why?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Look," I said, "It's because he be trying so hard to make it seem like Dak is the Cowboys' problem." So I'm sitting there like, bro. I said, dang, I said, this is about to be the first that I ever heard this. The interceptions he getting from them not catching the ball is because he's throwing the ball.
Too
I,
hard.
well, I said, bro, I said, yo, you reaching right there. He said,
Hmm.
he said, think about it. Because, if it gets popped in the air, I'm just sitting there like, bro. I said, don't tell
The
nobody.
boy,
Don't tell
don't ever
nobody.
say that again. Yeah, if that ball touch your hands, boy, you catch that.
Exactly.
Yo,
I said, how many receivers left the Cowboys? And they said, man, I couldn't catch the ball because Dak was throwing it too hard. He said, well, they
that
weak
guy,
receiver. I said, there you go. Like, that's your answer right there, bro.
I'll be catching them all. If Dak wasn't out there throwing them dang lasers. He had to throw them- he gotta take it off.
Exactly. I'm sitting like, bro, don't tell nobody else that, man. You tripping. Like, nah, bro, they ain't even that. And then when I seen the interception that popped off of Pickens' hand, and I'm like, yo, the bull feet wasn't set, none of that. Like, and
Hmm.
he still threw that joint right at him. I say he wasn't even in the right position to throw the ball hard. Like, nah,
Hmm.
you just can't catch.
Hmm.
End of the day,
Yeah,
they just can't catch. There's a reason why we be leading the lead in drops, man. Them dudes can't catch. Like if I was Scotty, I'd sit and make all them receivers one day a week. Y'all just sit and catch passes from that machine that just toss the
hmm.
ball at you.
Hmm.
And the whole
Yeah,
day just
and
sit
it's
there and catch passes.
and
And
it's
that
nuts, but in real life, yo, and I say this to Fresh all the time, like, and I know I spin it, but listen, we gotta go back to the basics because
mhm,
you get to this level, and then you like, oh, all the stuff that you did to get there, you just start throwing it in the trash because you just in your head, you feel like you so good now, or you made it to here, so you don't gotta do that stuff no more. So no, you do have to go do them basic ball handle dribbles. You do gotta go hit the little bunnies again. You do gotta do the little backboard taps and all them things like that. Don't take that out your game, out your workout, because at the end of the day, when you leave it and you start getting in, then you leave that. Now you start doing the Jordan fadeaway.
Exactly. That girl who what's her name, Angel Reese.
Yeah.
That she definitely could use them backdoor taps.
Shout out to Asia Wilson too. Asia Wilson is legit. And
Oh,
I'm going to say
made it
this.
to the WNBA. She made it.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Asia
was
Wilson.
that was who was playing with Angel Reese, right?
No, no, no. It's Skylar Diggins and Asia Wilson on the same team right now. I can't even think of it. But
So all right, so Angel Wilson is not the chick that played at LSU with Angel Reese. It's not the
where?
little black.
No, no, that's dark. Yeah, I can't think of Shorty name. I can't think of the Shorty name.
All right, all right.
But
I feel
Asia,
like somewhere close to the age.
Asia Wilson is a four-time MVP in the WNBA.
Oh wow.
Think is about and defense. I think it's two times. This is two second time straight. She defensive player of the year,
Right,
MVP, and defensive player of the year. I think it's time to give Asia her god dog crown.
right.
It is
But
time, y'all.
I think at the end of the day, a lot of them chicks in the WE. I mean, I think the WNBA period need to start getting their recognition.
And
That's
shout
like
out to the folks too. The folks be always hooping too. Kalia Copper, oh girl, I be seeing, I be
he be
seeing you.
watching for the wrong reasons though.
I be seeing you, cuz. I be seeing you, cuz. Put on for the coppers. Put it
Yeah,
on for the family. The actual family too. A lot of people gonna
man,
kick
look,
the other
it's like
stuff.
I wish she would back me that.
No, 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 no. I mean, Asia Wilson. You know, you know. But Kalia Copper, that's real fam. Look when
Right,
she
right,
put on there.
yeah,
When she put on in the W in the Olympic Games, we was proud. Like freshman and fresh was watching it, and she went out there and won player of the number one, most outstanding player in the Olympics. It was like
right.
fresh. That's what we supposed to be doing, bro. Like, look,
Want to go
you
to
the
the?
athlete.
He want to go to the NBA.
Yeah, fresh gold. That's fresh gold. I said you gotta win it though. I said, I called him yesterday. He was FaceTiming me on the workout because, I got to see you do the workouts. He'd be like, "Yeah, Dad, I worked out today. I was doing all the stuff." I'm like, "Bro, I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't see you do nothing, so you ain't did nothing." So he hit me on the work. He hit me on the FaceTime. You mean showed me the grind. I mean, we got a nice little thing going on right now. That should enhance his footwork when he going into escapes and stuff. So, you know, we really building. We really building. Like I said, once we get nephew and we get these young boys on the show, so they can talk about their experience. It's gonna be dope because it's gonna be fire getting seeing them boy, hearing them boys because they work. They really do work their butts off.
Fact.
Mhm.
Nah, that's a good job. Hold on, bro. 1 second. Um, 1 second. Nah, that's a good John though. I love to see that though. Freshman in the NBA. I mean, even though he dropped,
Yeah,
um,
listen.
even though he
And
dropped,
I always say this, trust me, because I watch basketball. I watch basketball, so I really, really watch basketball, and I watch it on every level. So, um, hopefully, I got some boys that didn't make NBA, um, you know, for a lot of reasons. Like, and that's where you kind of sort of learn the game. You try seeing how they play a game a little bit. So
mm-hmm.
I will say this, and I can confidently say this. These boys that's getting these little lineage players, freshmen past them. He been past them for a nice little bit.
Okay,
Um, so it's like, hey, I know nepotism is a thing, but like I said, it's all about the eyes you open up. That's why you gotta go be a dog. That's why, listen what Gil did with his son. That's a smart play. He got his boy, even though Gilbert Arenas was in the NBA, his son the truth. But his son really got to showcase that talent. Really got to showcase those skills. So, you know, when you go, like I said, 14 ain't enough, young boy. 14 ain't enough no more. It got to be 20 something now. Got to be 24. Then they come in and knock. Then they come in knocking. You in 10th grade.
Hey,
14 not enough, man. 14 is not enough.
hold on one second.
But speaking of the game today, bro, how you feeling about who coming away with this?
Hold on. I think Baltimore won't come away with
Yeah, yeah.
it. I
I'll
think
talk
Baltimore.
a little crap about Baltimore. I'm picking Baltimore to win too. My boy, my man, he go on the dang John. He been posting for a week straight. Number one passer rating of all time. Number one passer rating of all time. Said when I said so, I need him to have the number one passer rating when he play his dad and his big brother. I don't need him to have it just on some stuff like that. I need him to have it then. I
Right.
want this out the Super Bowl. I want Eagles Ravens. That's the one I want. The 95 Super Bowl. That's the one I want.
The Eagles, the Ravens.
Reed Blankenship with the trash coverage, but they make a mistake and it works. Um, yes, Eagles Ravens. I want that.
I don't think it's gonna be that though. I'm gonna tell you why. I don't think they're gonna have two of our kind in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I understand. That it can. Hey, we'll see how they try to play it out.
Look,
But
and that's a conversation some people don't want to have. But
mhm,
I don't think they're gonna have two of our kind
you're
in one.
representing both sides. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just you know that's just what I feel. You know what I mean? I might hopefully I'm wrong. You know what I mean? I would hope to be wrong because at the end of the day, like everybody be talking about what's main man name Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, they be talking about Charlie Kirk. And, they like I mean one thing Charlie Kirk said was, you know, do you do you want somebody to get picked for something because they qualified, or do you want them to get picked for something just because of they skin color, stuff like that? He like, cause they qualified. At the end of the day is, and he like that's what DI was, or that's what DI is, and I feel like if you qualified, you go out there and you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, you deserve to be there. You deserve to be there. You know,
Hmm.
don't try to shun us out because of you know complexion of our skin.
Hmm.
That's
Hmm.
that's that's all I ask. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Let
Again,
it,
you see it in so many. You see it now. Like I say, the position changed. It's different now. We revolutionized it. It's no more. It's no more traditional quarterback. Well, there are, but they ain't winning like they used to. It's changing. It's come the tides changing.
right.
Even with the white quarterbacks are running the ball. I watch. mm, I heard. Yeah, seeing the white boys get out there and run that ball. They ain't sitting still no more. They're
Say
not
they
sitting still.
ain't.
It's like Stafford. At this point, Stafford is older threes, so Stafford don't really count as far as that go. He I guess he the traditional quarterback still, but Flacco older. Burrow's gonna run. Josh Allen gonna run. Daniel Jones gonna run. All them boys gonna run. You ain't gonna beat these guys. You ain't gonna keep beating us out of these positions. You ain't gonna say, oh yeah, this, this has so much smarts. You can't keep beating them out for them positions. So,
I mean,
we're
I
not
think
good.
that's the future. That's the future of the position.
Hmm.
Them dudes gonna run. Like running is the yeah. That's the future of the
That boy's
position.
6'6",
Or
man.
said that boy who?
Jordan, I'm looking at the block field, the second block field goal again too. That boy is Jordan Davis is 6'6", 3+. Got that ball, ran that thing. He was running like Mike Allstott to get that goddamn touchdown. Jordan Davis out there running like Mike Allstott to get that.
Who you Oh, you talking about
The blocks, yeah, that was why. Because I just watched the thing. It was showing all the blocks yesterday. It's like
uh,
6 blocks and then 6 block field goals yesterday in the NFL.
come on, man.
So man, if somebody put in a ticket
We ain't talk about the
for,
Eagles.
for no, not just the Eagles. Eagles blocked two. The Jets blocked one.
Oh yeah,
The Giants game was one block. It was the Packers game was one block. It was 6 block field goals yesterday. If somebody put a ticket on block field goals yesterday, that man's rich.
yeah, but I thought they would have made you have to pick the team.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Shoot, that's gonna have look. They know what they look. Look, if it's a conspiracy, then next week is gonna be a nice little John talking about how many blocks, how many block field goals you think they're gonna get. If that pop up, then we're gonna know how the NFL and Vegas playing.
look, if anything, it'd be on y'all. I'm starting. I feel like y'all got the recipe on how to do it. You know,
Yo, you see what they did? They loaded up that side. They loaded up that side. You send them
yeah,
Bulls and then Jordan Davis behind. He's 6'6". And you gotta at least kick the ball 50 yards, so it ain't like you putting it up in the air. It's really these guys are skilled. There's some skills going on. There's some skills going on out there.
low key. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a little nervous to play y'all next time.
I
Low
said they
key.
keep putting it on. And I watched Gil, since we've been doing ours, I haven't been really jumping into all the other guys that I watch. So I finally got to watch Gil's Arena and I seen Skip Bayless on the show with Gil. I was like, "Oh." And then I actually, Akeem Talib was doing his thing, like giving you real football stuff,
I told you.
real football stuff. Though I was like, that's beautiful. They
I
need to get
told
that man a chair. He need to have a chair the whole time. Talib was doing his thing.
you. Wait, don't you got one?
I believe he do. As a matter of fact, I'm talking about. 'Cause I think Gil doing number. I think he doing numbers. So but I'm talking about right there on Gil's arena. He might as well hold it down for the nice little stretch. Hold it down for a bit. Like I'm like, yeah, I'm checking. I keep to leave out all day. I'm checking him out for sure. He definitely got some. He got some. He a baller. He a baller. He was a baller anyway. So
Nah, but you gotta remember, bro. At the end of the day, for real, we like we play sports. You know what I mean? And not to take nothing from nobody else, but like we play sports. You know what I mean?
hmm
You, you remember even us as kids, like playing baseball, football, basketball.
hmm
Only thing you could really say that we didn't really play was hockey. And
hmm
that's we ain't had no ice
Because
on
we
us.
ain't had the skin. We ain't had no ice. Yeah, that's the only reason. Or we'd have
Right.
been out there in that joint hitting slap shots.
Right. Yeah, man. But that's that's like the only thing that I was about to say. And that's about the only thing that we didn't play was hockey. And like that's like we play sports. Like and
Mhm.
they ain't, like I said, they ain't a knock for nobody else, but in our culture, we play
Mhm.
sports.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
your mind go outside.
Yeah, you
Woo,
ain't shit in this house. You better go outside.
exactly.
He said, "This sounds good. Go ahead out." You go out there. You out there. Like, shit.
Yeah, and that's why for me, I can't understand. I mean, I get it. The world changed. Um, these kids, they sit in the house now, but freaking no, we ain't, like even though we had games, bro, we had PlayStation, Xbox,
Mhm.
Dreamcast, all that. Like,
Mhm.
but we ain't just want to sit in the house and play a game. Like we played the game, but that wasn't
Yeah.
the day.
Yeah. That's not the all day thing for us and stuff. We ain't out there. The game ain't gonna be on all day. We about to do this.
You about to do
Yeah.
that, right? Like we used to stay over each other houses and all that. Like we listen, we had
Mhm.
over all night. Yeah, I mean, I remember the Cartoon Networks, and you know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Be outside running around all day. Catch a girl, freak a
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
Dang.
You could listen. The days of you go out early and then you come back late.
Yep.
and
Yeah.
they didn't know where you were all day. We done went here and there and everywhere.
But one thing I will say, the streets was a little safer back then. Yeah,
True,
man. That's
true.
one thing I will say. We could leave out all day, and our parents wasn't worried, like, oh, if they gonna come home or not. Yeah, man. Like we talking going out to parties all night, like and
Hmm. Yeah.
kids
Hmm.
coming home
Hmm.
3 o'clock in the morning, like and they parents not worried at all. 'Cause at the end of the day, they knew like they
They
could
like, yeah. I
they could
mean,
they with each other.
I mean, our parents was like, ain't nobody about to mess with them darn fools. We gotta worry about what them darn fools is doing to
Dude,
people.
right? Hey yo,
But
you that you remember Jose?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Hey, how about first off? How about Tiff? Like he used to like Tiff. Like, he used to like Tiff. Like I ain't even know he knew Tiff. Like until one day I was over Tiff's crib, and then this dude hanging out with her next door neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't even know he knew Tiff. But freaking freaking yeah, he used to be in love with Tiff though. Like that was crazy. Like, and I'm telling her, I'm all like, dang. I said, yo, he did my first tattoo. He did me and Russ first tattoo.
Mm-hmm. Listen, that.
That's crazy though. Like
Listen, and I'm happy. I'm happy we finding out this now, because man, he would have been in a world of trouble then. I'm
right,
happy. He'd have been some trouble then. That'd have
right,
been crazy. That'd have been crazy finding it out. Man, listen, we done we done bust stop some boys and everything. So
right.
man, playing on that side, man, we done yeah, I'm happy I'm hearing this now. Man, oh
Right.
man.
That part. Yeah, nah, yeah, I'm saying that like, yo, that's out of pocket.
That's out of pocket, bro.
Yeah, but it's a small world. I'll tell you that. Definitely a
Yeah.
small world. But let's give one more thing. Yo, so I was reading up on remember the boy that got hung?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Delta
so
U, yeah, Delta U.
Yeah. So how about first up? You know, it was another person that got hung though too. And this time they talking about it as a white
Oh
guy.
wow.
Yeah, but you know
So we
what?
know, but you
Now,
know who did it. So come
now
on, man.
listen, I'm you, at the end of the day, you know, my brain, I think differently, right?
Yeah.
Cover up. That's all I thought. Cover up.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. So a brother, so after we hear about, right, fresh off of that, then is when you sent me the John with the goofball boy from South Florida that's trash at rap.
Right, right.
Um, that's promoting the goofiness, and now one of them, one of
Yep,
them. Come
right.
on, man.
So,
Come on.
so it could be either this. That's that's because you already knew that a race thing was going to jump off.
Mm-hmm.
So main man probably was either one, the weakest link of
Mm-hmm.
the people that did do it. Once the heat start coming
Mm-hmm.
down, he probably was going to be the one to
Mm-hmm.
move,
Yeah. Yeah.
or
So
or
they,
he was
yeah.
scapegoat. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he was just a scapegoat. So that way they could sit there and say, "Oh, look, it's not a race problem.
It's not a race thing.
It's
Somebody's out here doing this to people. Mhm. My brother Roy, my homie Roy, my bro Roy say this all the time. You can't trust that snowman. That is
no,
a vicious creature right there. You don't know if he don't know if he an alien or a human. They just live by different rules. They are not the same. So that
right,
man will say and do anything to save face.
yep,
Look, it's happening to all of us.
yep,
Get out of here, bro.
yep,
Just like they said, it was no foul play done when Don Travion, right? When Don Travion was hung, it was no foul play. It
right,
was no foul play. So where was the ladder?
right.
Right, right.
Yeah,
He,
that's what they're gonna
he
try to say. Oh, it was suicide.
right, right. It's no foul play. So on his rope is all his fingerprints.
Exactly.
There's no foul play. Yeah, goofy. Is his fingerprints not on it? And again, that's what I said. I said, and then some people gotta stop. Like the police, you gotta stop. You really willing to go on this god dog
Yeah,
stage, talk in front of cameras and say this goofiness as a oh this is my job, right? That's what the goofy ass cops gonna say. This is my job. I have to do my job. I have to do my job. So how about you do the job where it is where you figuring out what's going on, when you stopping what's going on. How come y'all never doing that? Y'all always cops always just
right.
talking. When they become public figures that talk all the time, right? When the protecting the service has been stopped. Like I'm from Philly, so that stopped in 2015. But but when do y'all goofballs start doing what y'all doing? Especially y'all black cops, bro. Like I keep saying, bro, until I'm proven wrong, I don't know one good one. I don't know one good one because each cop know trash cops. So if you a cop and you know a trash cop, you're a bad cop too,
Yep.
right? I done been through the weird situation with the weird old cops that legit went pulling door handles trying to arrest us. I done been through the situations and I spanked them. The goofy cop that we spanked in court know what the vibes is, right? So you know, like
Hey, bro.
when y'all gonna do y'all job, bro? It take us to be up here talking about how this is ridiculous again. And then when people start banding together and start saying, and then like I said, when the Panthers come to Philly, and now the Panthers talking crazy to the Philly cops, and then the cops like, oh, we want to watch your mouth, and you want to fight, right? Y'all was gonna be wanting to fight outside of being that having that. Never mind.
No,
Y'all
yep,
don't be, y'all don't stand on nothing outside of having a badge on. You
yep,
stand on nothing outside of having a badge on. That's it, bro. When you become a cop, when you become blue, I thought you was a brother.
yep.
Right? When the injustices is happening to us, bro. The wild stuff is happening to us. and you goofy ass still going out there trotting on as a police officer. You still going on trotting on as a police officer. Y'all got to stick together, huh? Y'all got to stick together, right? Right? I guess until they hung their own kind. Right? It was happening to white people too, right? It's gonna be y'all goofy ass cops saying that. It's happening to them, the goofy black cops. Oh man, they gonna feel worse. Now the goofy black cops gonna be like, let's solve this crime. Cause it's happening to the white man. Goofy ass dudes, man. Goofy ass dudes. That's what I told mom. When I told remember I was joking when I told you about the gig, and I said, "Oh, they just gave me the position." And she said, "Boy, be quiet." And I said, "Don't call me that one. Don't call me that. Don't call me that. Don't call me that. Don't do that. Because then you calling me one of the goofies.
Right. You stupid.
Just call me a official, a government official, baby. Don't call me that. God, dogs, man.
You.
Ugly. It's ugly, man. It's ugly. It's
Yeah.
ugly, man. I'm tired though, and it's tiring. It's tiring because I got a 15-year-old, right? So which one of y'all idiots gonna go play the game where y'all see my son because he's 6'2" and 15. So you want to treat him like he an animal or a wild animal out here, and he a threat to you somehow because the young man ain't a threat to nobody. I personally know the young man is not a threat at all, right?
They don't know that. They listen. All they know is
Hmm.
black.
He black and he really big with dreads.
Exactly. That's it. And it's sad. And unfortunately, like that's a conversation that really like need to be had. Like we um we we automatically get looked at as a threat, and not with all cops and not with all people, but for the most part, for the majority, like that's just because we black and we might, like you said, big, you automatically a threat. I was
Yeah.
I was looking at um this joint on YouTube, and then this white man had called the cops, and then it was several of them, and all of them said the same, pretty much said the same thing. The white man, like, yeah, you know, she was aggressive, and she grabbed me, and blah blah blah, and I want to press charges and all this. But then the lady, she explained herself to the cops. She's like, look, I got video. They want, long story short, they wanted them locking main man up. They like, we filing, we're filing false report. Now, this lady ain't had video of the altercation. They would have, they would have went by what main man said, and locked the lady up, even though the lady was known in the area. The store people knew the lady. They all like, she's a nice lady, blah blah blah. This and the third. 9 times out of 10, they would have locked up if she ain't had that video just from what main man said. That's pretty much what main man was banking on. So seen another John, the cop driving, and he like, pretty much like, oh, I hope it's a black person. He speaking to the car, like, yeah, I hope it's a black person, like literally, legit, like that was his exact word. Like it might not have been exactly what I just said,
But it was
but
darn
that's
sure
really what
close.
he said. Like he
Hmm.
pretty much like he
Hmm.
hoped it was a black person. He wasn't hiding or nothing. So he gets to the scene. So store people, they point out like, oh, it's this guy. Um, he did this, blah blah blah, this and the third, and it was a white guy. So now when they went to go approach the white guy like, oh yeah, I was doing this, but then it was a black guy. He put his hands on me. So then he like, oh, I think that's there he go right there. So the cops went over there. They ran over. They arrested the black guy. Of course, the black guy like, oh, I ain't do nothing. Whoop, whoop, this, that, and the third. So they get aggressive with him and all that. Throw him in the cuffs. Whoop, whoop. Then they go back to the store people and talk to the store people, and they like, oh no, the black guy was in here helping, trying to get him out, trying to get the white guy out.
Mhm.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. This, that, and the third. And it's like you ain't the people that called the cops was people at the store. People at the
Mhm.
store told y'all who the culprit was, but you went to the
Mhm.
culprit, and then the culprit pointed out somebody else. And just because the whole time you wanted to arrest the black guy,
Mhm.
soon as he points out, oh yeah, I was in the store, me and the black guy was fighting. You automatically go arrest the black guy. Forget that the store people who called you sat there and told you
Yeah.
this is the
Mhm.
culprit. Culprit tell you it's a black guy.
Mhm.
And oh man, let's go arrest the black guy. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm. Yeah.
like it's
Mhm.
crazy the way that, like just because of the color of our skin, like
Mhm.
how
You're
we
wrong.
get treated and looked at in the system. Even like looking at you see some of these videos on YouTube, and then you start reading the comments, and then it's like, oh, they say so much negative stuff about black people, and then a lot of them,
Mhm.
9 times out of 10, you probably never even really interacted with black people. Most
Yeah. Yeah.
the most you probably know about black people is what you see on YouTube.
Mhm.
You don't really interact with us
Mhm.
in real life or
Mhm.
been around us in real life because I live in black area, and
Mhm.
the amount of BS that they portray on online, and not to say that killings and shootings and all that don't happen, but the way they make it seem online,
Yes.
you would
Yes. When you start
have it
hearing it. Yeah.
every day.
Or when you hear the Charlie Kirk math, right? 50%, 13% of the population, and they killing each other at a 50% rate. You're like, okay,
Right,
where's the education at? Right? You're gonna tell me people educated and that's the math they putting out?
right.
Okay, cool.
Like
Right?
I was arguing with somebody, and they like, well, y'all, this
But to
percent of
even,
the
yeah.
population y'all complete. I say, and y'all commit this amount of crime. So I asked him a question. I said, so look, answer this. I said, I'm gonna show you how numbers are skewed, right?
Hmm.
I said, if one person go out and commit 10 different crimes, are they gonna count those 10 different crimes as one, or is they gonna
For
count
10
it as
individual
10 different
incidents.
crimes, even though it's
Hmm.
committed by one person?
Hmm. It's gonna be
So
10 individual incidents.
exactly.
Yeah. Hmm.
So I'm
And
saying
they'll never, ever, yep, you're right, bro.
they not gonna add context or details and say nothing like that. They just gonna say, oh, this the amount of crime that's happened. Yeah, I mean, and the individuals that been locked up for this crime, but they're not gonna sit there and say, oh, this is the same individual for about 10 to 20 of these crimes that we're reporting. It's just one individual. Like
Hmm.
so now you making it seem like it's a community of people just doing stuff, when in reality it's a
Hmm.
small amount of people that's doing stuff.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
they doing a lot of stuff. So
Hmm.
it's crazy. But you know, when people want to push an agenda or whatever, that's the type of stuff that they do. And then us as sheep, we don't sit and ask probing questions. We just
Hmm.
take the
But
bull crap
yeah.
they and we take it at
Mhm.
face value. Yeah, man. Like it's sad.
Yeah, yeah, no, it really is sad because again, if you listen to it's like I always tell everybody. So again, just speaking on our city, you'll hear everybody in the whole god dog world. Oh, I'm not going to Philly. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Y'all do this and that and this and that. Y'all do this too and that. Never been to Philly, but we do all this stuff,
Right,
right? But I'm standing in front of you right now, right? Close to close to unscathed. God
right,
dang, close to unscathed. But I'm
right,
still as standing as a upstanding citizen upstanding representation of Philadelphia. And
right,
I can only show you really, really good people. How about and it's nuts to say, but like, how about I don't have no friends or family members in jail. I don't have any friends or family members that don't do stuff. I don't have any family friends and family members that are messing with drugs and alcohol. We all got stuff. We all got stuff. We got businesses and we got we were just talking about yesterday how what we I ain't gonna say what we rolling in, but we rolling in the big boy stuff, right? Like the little guys is down here. We big boyed up now. Like, so that's how we moving. But again, you'll hear how crazy it is in Philly. You probably can't even park your car up in Philly, right? When I pull up uptown and I got the sunroof open and the windows down and the keys is in the goddamn car and I'm out there busting it up, talking to everybody, and everybody smiling and joking and having fun. And they just happy. They want to have a cookout and have more fun. That's what we seeing on a regular basis. But they'll never again, terrible math man, when he was here, they'll never talk about that, right? You'll never hear the stories about how, except from dudes like Gary Owen, right? You hear Gary Owen in his comedy, and he'll tell you that he will not live. He refused to be around white people. A white man refused to be around white people.
right.
He'd rather be with us because he know that he's going to get ultimate love from us,
Hey,
opposed to being around his people who hate for no reason,
crazy. Yeah,
right?
and that
An Italian man before I left, on my drive back, on my drive down, Italian man, he told me, he said he was driving a matte black caddy. Like that John was beautiful. And he was like, yo, man, he was just saying a bunch of the stuff that we talking about, man. Talking about how, yo, it's been a long way. And it's been like 'cause the game was set up for us all to fail. It was set up for us to fail. And so he told me, he said,
that's
seeing a young brother like you, you are a great representation for your people, man. You are really doing it. And we sat outside of Skinny Joe's because he was getting his cheesesteak from the cheesesteak spot that's popping right now in Philly. Loving it down there. But I mean, he was saying that he was doing it. He was doing it. So never listen to the dumb stories about what Philadelphia is or what Baltimore is or what New York or Chicago is. Because like again, I got folks over there in Chicago. My folks T, he tatted us up, right? He he out in Chicago thriving. Tat shop, always going, done got invites to tattoo shows to be on them and everything. So we all killing and stealing and robbing and we all poor and doing all the drugs in the world. It's craziness,
whole
man. It
town.
is really, really sad.
You ever been you ever been up there, Chicago?
But to the shot, I know
Yeah.
because I told, well, I gotta go. I'm gonna go finish the rest of the half sleeve. So I said I'm gonna take my
Cold
trip up
as
there
hell.
soon. Huh?
Say
Cool.
it's
Too
cold as
cold,
hell.
right? Yeah.
I couldn't do it. That's why I don't even know how crime high up there. It's cool.
It's too cold. Yeah, it's real. Listen,
Right, why the
listen.
suburbs be
New York,
go crazy.
New York too cool. New York too cool.
Yeah, I can't do it. You tripping? I'm keep my black
Hmm.
ass out.
Yeah.
Man.
You got that heat on. You got that heat on crazy now.
Right? Yeah, crazy. Y'all tripping. But yeah, like the stereotypes, the stigmas, and all that. That's community that's created around our people and all that, and then they like to think that you know we aggressive and all that. When in reality is black people are some of the most loving people. Like I'm not saying we all like every race
Yeah.
got their
And
um
yeah,
at
but you see, and you know, because we say, look, think about it. We be like, yo, black people are some of, right? No, we are the most loving people in this goddamn world.
yep.
Like, just my theory, Francis Press Welson's theory too, right? That's where I got it from. People read books, please. Um, France, when she said, "Yo," when I read the book and she talked about us being the original man and talked about the where we all come from and everything, and you know that's what gave me the idea of, yo, it's impossible for us to hate anybody else because they all come from us.
Exactly.
So it's hard for me to just outright hate somebody for no reason. Sure, the albinos, the outcasted albinos, and all of them cannot like us because you know they were taught from the very beginning, don't like them people to the south anymore, right? And then they go build their empires, and then they go worship dogs and do weird stuff like that, and fight people in pits and stuff like that, and those things get glorified, right? Right?
But
The horrible treating of
correct.
people gets glorified. The horrible treatment of people gets glorified, right?
Correct.
Right? You ain't hear that you know you ain't hear nothing about when the out when the brothers, the original men, were having kids and they outcasted them. They ain't say no, they just killed them all off, right? Because if you kill them all off, now there are none of the other races, right? Now nobody has a chance, but the original man keeps giving a chance, and that is where I believe black people be having an issue right there because like you know, we should. People say, yo, we got to stop pouring into these others and letting these others in and letting them just have their way. We really got to stick together and just stop the nonsense. But it's hard, yo. It's
Let me ask you this.
hard because again,
Let me ask you this. Malcolm X or Martin Luther King?
Malcolm X, that was my role model, though. It was, and it was Huey P. right after that. It was Huey Newton right after that. I always say I didn't want to be I didn't want to be a basketball player or a football player. I wanted to be a Black Panther. Like that's what was thrilled to me when we was younger. I was like, these boys is different. I like that.
So now let me ask you this.
Oh,
And you said Martin Luther King. I mean, you said Malcolm X.
huh?
I said, are you
Yeah,
gonna hear?
yeah, Malcolm all day. Yeah,
You
nah, yeah, I already had to pronounce it.
said Malcolm X, right? Now,
Hmm.
um, wait, who you think?
Malcolm for
Why Malcolm X first?
All right, let's say Malcolm for this reason. Like I can't, man. So Malcolm talked about the impersonators, the impersonators coming into our communities, right? And it's not just the white man. It's the black man, the white the fake black man posing as the white man.
Right.
And we got to watch out for those dudes because those dudes will come and they'll shuck and jive and act like they with us, and then they'll go over to the other side, and then they'll tell the other side all about what we doing and how we doing, right? I remember I remember working at an insurance company, and I had to tell a homie, right? Because this was when Barack Obama was first elected. So I'm sitting back in the joint, and I was a top earner at that dang insurance company, but it was fun, right? I was like, yo, we making some money because you could just meet a bunch of people. That's a cool thing, right? Network. It's so many successful people they say in them businesses. And then the homie was like, I'm walking past the one little office because everybody was setting up their cars. And the boy gonna say, I heard a boy, brother, a brother. Yeah, man. Barack Obama, man. I don't give a man, he ain't shit me. I don't give a fuck about Barack Obama. He ain't never did nothing, ain't never gonna be nothing. Everything like that. People only like him because he black. And I said, that's the whole reason you supposed to like him. What are you talking about? Hey, come here, bro. Come here. So when we talked, when we came to the side, I said, yo, bro, look, the only reason I'm pulling you to the side and saying this is because this is what you're supposed to do. Yo, you don't go talking about us to them people, bro. None of them boys care about us, bro.
Right.
Right? When we be hungry, right? Because me and him was in the same group. When we be hungry, don't we come together and then we go shoot to the store and grab something to eat, right? You hop in my car, I hop in your car, right? We go do that, right? My homie Dave, he was Puerto Rican. We all come together. When them boys go eat, they don't say a word to us. They just go get their food and eat it in front of your face. Oh, why didn't you tell me? Oh, I was hungry. I was hungry. You could have drove there yourself. That type of weird stuff, right? Don't
They do.
ever, don't ever sit
They
there
did.
and bring us down, huh?
They did.
Like, that's the way they was on in that police, right? So I'm like, bro, don't you ever bring us down for the sake of them, bro? You sitting here talking crazy about them, bro, and they sit there and they go preach that nonsense. Yeah, they don't even like each other. You hear every white person sitting here supporting Donald Trump. Donald Trump don't care about the broke white man. He don't care nothing about the broke white man. He don't care about the middle class white man. But the broke and the middle class white man, like, yeah, I love Donald Trump. He's amazing. He said this. He does this. He's trying to make America better for us all. But you broke, right? Hop, hop, hop in your hop in your Ford Escort, loser.
Yeah.
Right?
But listen,
Donald
I
Trump more
think
Donald Trump more so talking about you and I. He's more so talking about you and I than them. But still, those men are supporting Donald Trump at a ridiculous rate. And it's not just Donald Trump. Again, when you hear the Charlie Kirk thing and you hear the white people talking white rights or whatever weird stuff they were saying, white rights or whatever stuff like that. And then they start trying to go attack black people. So them boys are supporting each other in every single way. And it's us that's not doing it.
nah, that's fact.
No,
But
bro, don't do that. No. Don't bring us down for them,
nah,
for their entertainment. That's craziness.
I mean, I think see, you just touched on a lot, and I don't want to get into politics because
Yeah. I know, and yeah,
it
but
ruins relationships. I had a couple people a few years ago, you know, cut me off because they ain't like
hmm
my view
my
on
my
things.
political views, yeah. I know, because I had the same conversation. People said the craziest stuff to me.
Yeah,
But hey, look,
so
man,
I don't want to like
my
I'll be
poli-
in
my
support on.
political views are my political views, right?
Yeah,
In that sense, I'm a little old school. So, I keep my
right.
political views to myself instead
Some
of
people,
going off and having my little tangent and telling people how this is what we supposed to do. Because hey, if we'd have went the way I wanted to go, the mayor of Philadelphia would have been Robert O.
I see you want it.
Robert O. Man, you think I want a cop as the mayor? When they
Right.
start caring about us.
I ain't gonna
When
hold
they
you.
start caring about us.
I wanted I wanted
I mean Jackson.
green.
I mean Brown.
Nah, I
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
yeah, I mean that's that's my folks. But I do one thing I will say I know for sure 100% him he he would have did right for the city. Um
Yeah.
You,
I
you,
was thinking like at first, besides Robert O, I was going Amin Brown, like West Philly, our age, West Philly boy. And man, West Philly boy, trying to actually change stuff, right?
right,
Not just when you hear guys, when you hear people in the debates and they giving you generic answers. I'm gonna fight to change this city,
right. Well, I
bro.
mean, I
Tell me
think
your plan.
'cause you got to be careful. Like, all politicians, some of them, once they start getting in them certain circles, they start selling their soul. And that's the one thing I did
Hmm.
like about his campaign. He wasn't trying to take money from you know big sponsors because he
Hmm.
did fundraisers and all that because he didn't want to be in be in anybody's pocket or make make them feel like he owed them a favor because I think that's where a lot of politicians go wrong at. They take money from these um, big money players, right? Who got
Hmm.
hidden agendas and all of that in their mind. And once you
Hmm.
get elected off their dime, that's when they coming to you. And now,
Hmm. Now you trying, yeah. I need you to do what I need you to do. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, prime example. Like that's how that's how the whole thing happened with Cuba, right? Um, Coca Cola, Coca Cola was you know getting they sugar and all that, but um, but dirt cheap down there. So when Castro and all that took over, and then they realized, or he seen that Coca Cola was getting over on him, he put his foot down. So when he
Hmm.
put his foot down, what Coca Cola do? They use their political power to put a ban on you, um,
Hmm.
to stop people from traveling there freely and all that. And then soon as
Hmm.
he died, what happened? They lifted that ban,
Hmm.
and then that's when
Right back at it.
yep, I think Jay Z went down there or something. Yeah, man, it's just politics is a dirty game. So I get it,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Like when you said the thing about Barack, I I don't get into it because people, especially older people, and one thing I said to somebody, I asked him, I said, well, Dan, I said we had a black president, right? We had a black president, and I'm like, well, what has changed for us as black people? And it's like can't nobody really like answer that when you ask them. Like besides
I,
the
I always say black. I always say black success. Black success has shot skyrocketed since Barack Obama became president. More people are inspired
that,
to do better.
that, that's
You,
that's
d- d- d-
that's the inspiration. What has he done specifically? And because that's the one thing that people love to say. Oh, what has Donald Trump did for black people? Blah blah blah. But it's like, well, we had a black president. So what has or the president that we had that was black? what has he done for us specifically? Like, can't nobody really like answer that joint. You know what I mean? And
Well,
um,
like I said, it's little stuff. Like again, you can say, like again, even with him being able to stop them from being able to discriminate against who discriminate on ethnicity to get in colleges, and then more black people get into college now because now they can't be blackballed because of their name. They can't be like, oh, what, Terrell Johnson? No.
bro,
John Smith.
you
Yes.
know and I
Like
know,
those things were happening.
you know and I know, they still do that regardless.
Yeah,
And
but
that's
it's not supposed to happen. And that's the thing that sucked because like
not,
again, when
not
you
saying
get a
supposed to
guy,
violate.
right, and he's fighting,
Cops ain't
but
supposed to violate.
when you get a guy and he's but like look, you getting a guy who's fighting to change this and like, all right, we about to change this. And then we just go right back to the nonsense because then we just build off, we just go off ignorance the next job. So,
Right.
and then the
I,
ignorant campaign goes, let's wipe away everything that this dude's trying to do because F that. That ain't was good. We don't care about none of that. We don't care about people being discriminated against. We're just all here together. No, we're
right.
not. We're
But it's
not
like
here
what
together.
it, it I mean, my biggest thing is like, what was he trying to do? And then it's like, um, his biggest thing that he gonna be known for is, and it's sad to say it, is all of the rights that the LGBTQ XYZ ABCDEFG community has received. And I say that joking, but it, that's that's
That's
that's
something
the
that the
fact.
world out here. That's something that the world out here saying. Yeah, that's
Right.
something that the world out here saying. Right, but
That's
he also was creating more jobs. He really was legit creating more jobs during this time. He legit was lowering the unemployment rate, doing things like that. But he ain't gonna get credited for that because because that's what was happening. Like, that really was happening. Like
but
when Barack
I
Obama was president, right?
I mean the same thing
There's
happened
less
though.
people working now, but the dude,
The
huh?
same thing happened during Trump's term. It,
Yeah,
but
yeah, but it happened off Barack Obama's term. So the 4 year president didn't do anything.
you gotta
But
understand that.
so if the because like think about it, if the unemployment rate was lowering, and then the first year or two when Donald Trump is the president, and then they like yeah it's lowering even more, and then the last 2 years of his term that joint skyrockets. Donald Trump ain't lowered nothing. Barack Obama did. He was pushing and lowered the unemployment rate. But
But
nobody in the world's going to say that this dude was helping out or aiding the unemployment rate or anything like that. Like again, even with the like the not letting anything in thing, right? When people end up getting, those situations because main man didn't shut down borders. He was just treating everything like a joke the whole time. So then people end up getting sick and then going through all types of weird stuff. That didn't happen under one this other guy's administration.
hold
It
on,
was it was disease spreading then.
what you talking about?
Was that smallpox or was it what was it Barack Obama? What that was around? I can't even think of the name of that joint. But it was a big thing that was happening. Good play. Um, yeah, I mean, like I said, those things, little things like that. Like again, when the COVID thing happened, right? I don't know how this all could have been stopped. I just don't know how it all could have been stopped. I know it was handled poorly though, but nobody talks about how he handled this whole thing poorly or how it was a joke the whole time until his old ass was with until his old old ass had COVID and he thought he was gonna die. Right? It was all a joke until your old ass ended up with it.
Nah,
What was going on in Africa? I can't think of exactly what was going on. I can't say, I'm not gonna say small. I forgot what it was. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I didn't even think we was going to hit politics inside. I didn't think we was going here today. I didn't think. But yeah,
but
but
unemployment,
some things, I
unemployment
don't know.
drop would continue to drop with him being in office, even with COVID happening and then unemployment going back up. Um, Even with it happening, then it going back up. It didn't it didn't go up um, that much, and it I want to I'm not I don't I want to say like it went up because the world shut down. It went up, but it the effect that you would have thought it had, and honestly, it would have been like that for any president. I mean, because if the world shut down, the world shut down.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
and then
money was
that
being given,
pe-
so
people would
people gonna take the money
claiming
over the
unemployment
work.
that never even had a job. So
Hmm.
that's another thing about numbers and system. I mean, statistics being manipulated. Uh, so like, people in jail collect unemployment. So
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
yeah. So it's like that. You know, you can't really like try to use that as a base, and then um I don't know. Even I'm not gonna say it got taken as a joke. I think the media manipulate us, and they create whatever narrative that they want. I We could sit here
What do
and
you
be
think?
talking, and then I could say one little thing or even joke about one little thing, but then they'll take
Hmm.
it and then they'll create a whole little spin. But unless you go back and sit and listen to our entire conversation, you'll sit there and like, oh, this motherfucker was just joking. Excuse my language, or they ain't meaning like that at all. And like Tiff told me that. Because I used to watch these joints on YouTube and all that, and it'd be like people trying to manipulate things that was in the Bible, and then I go to her and I say something like, "Well, the Bible said this." Like they was talking about slaves and all this. I'm like, "The Bible said this. The Bible said that," and then she'd be like, "Well, why don't instead of you just listening to what they said, why don't you go and then read the whole passage?" But then when you go read it, it's
Hmm.
like, oh no, how they tried to make it seem is definitely not what this is talking about. But
Hmm.
if you don't take the time out to go see exactly what's what, then you're just gonna take what they said at face value. And I believe they did that a lot with Main Man. Prime example when when he when he said he was running for office and all that, and then they asked him something about being a dictator, and then he was like, yeah, I'll be a dictator on day one. He said yeah, I'll be a dictator on the first day, just for a day. He said I'm gonna drill, 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 and build, build, build. and the news people went crazy. Oh, Trump said he's going to be a dictator on day one. Blah blah blah, and that was the story. Trump said he's going to be a dictator on day one. Trump said he's
Hmm.
going to be a dictator on day one. But then it's like you go listen to the interview, and it's like y'all took that way out of context. like, like, because he's not sitting and saying, I'm going to be a dictator. He's saying, yeah, I'm going to be a dictator on day one. We going back to drilling and we going back to building. You know what I'm saying? Because that was the first thing when Biden got in office that they shut down. They stopped they stopped the Keystone Pipeline and they stopped building the wall down there on the border. That was the first thing that they did as soon as he got in office when he started signing all these executive orders. So, but all in all, that's the way that the news tried to spin it, as if he's trying to sit there and say, "I'm gonna be a dictator,"
Yeah.
and 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 and
Yeah. Mm.
in reality, it's like he didn't say that at all.
The biggest, no, and the biggest thing to take from like even just politics in general, and this is just my opinion, but they gotta stop them old ass clowns. Like that's the first thing that has to be stopped. Is old ass clowns like Trump and Biden and dudes like that. They should not be eligible to be president. Like, man, they do not relate to this world that we are living in any way. None of their views relate to anything we live by and anything we do in this world anymore. Maybe it was relevant in 1960 and 1970, but it is now 25, and them men are 78, 80, 78, 79, and 80 years old.
Right.
They don't, how can they run something that they are so far, they are so disconnected from? Like,
I wouldn't say that. I'm
you
gonna say,
don't, we don't really.
you know how computers are. You know how computer programming has changed from when computers first came out, right? It's everything is
Hmm.
easy now. It's like dragging and dropping stuff like that.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
At the end of
So
the
for all
day,
y'all that be saying y'all kids so smart, nah, them tablets is simple.
you
Don't
still,
be telling me your kids so smart. They can work a tablet.
but at
Don't be
you
telling
still,
me that.
at the end of the day, though, the people that started out with with O's and ones, because that's the real like programming language, they can
Hmm.
still
Yeah, it
build the
is.
program. They can still
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
websites.
Computer science is a gem. Like no,
Right?
no BS.
And they
No.
can do it better than a new age programmer because they understand.
Who's going off the app? Yeah, he going off
Right.
the app and he's starting his code from his app. You right?
So I wouldn't say that they don't know what's going on. I will say the world has changed, and you
Mhm.
know that you do got to be open minded to you know the the softness of the generations that's
Hmm.
coming. You know these generations that's coming
Yeah,
up. They so you got to
yeah. It's a
handle.
big world. Yeah, yeah.
They fragile. Like so I get
It's
that.
a different world from when. Yeah, it's a different world from when Donald Trump and Joe Biden used to ride on their horse and buggy to school and you
Right.
know walk down the dusty trail. And there was some
Right.
tumbleweed they used to go past, and they used to spit tobacco in a can or something like that, and then they used to go to the water well and churn butter and do that. Is a long time from that. Like, and it's
But I,
really arrogant. And again, how do you
but I also think
to
though
be sitting here knowing that
go ahead. I
I
also
was like, that's a different world. It's a different world.
I think they got younger advisors and all that that is in tune with what's going on and informing them of certain
Mhm.
things and all that. Um, I think one of the biggest things that people forget though is like America is a business. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, um, the president do have a job, and part of that job, like he's pretty much the CEO of the biggest company, or one of the biggest companies in the world, and you got about how many? I can't even say that 'cause you got a lot of different countries over
A
in
bunch
some
of
of the
countries.
world.
Yeah, there's a bunch of countries.
But
Yeah.
you have he's the CEO of one of the biggest companies in the world. But um, so yeah, he got to understand, uh, the things that are changing in the world. But I think they got people that kind of like understand it a little more, and then they kind of come to him or come to them, and they say, "Hey, Mr. President, ooh, this, that, the third." But because you're 100% correct, the world is changing, but I don't think they keeping up with all these changes. You know what I'm saying? And they got other
Yeah.
people that's
But I
you know
feel,
in
yeah,
those areas that's
yeah.
more.
And then yeah, but in the tech-based world, let's see how Donald Trump texts. Let's see how he type, right? It's probably
You stupid.
it's that,
He got
right?
he got somebody doing it.
Byron, Joe
He should.
Byron, same way. Like I don't need no. Listen, I need to see your qualifications, bro. I need to see if you can go ahead. I don't see, you could do this on the phone, or you could do this all day. You could go on Twitter and go crazy. I
My
don't
man,
need to see you do. You mean? I want to see. I want to see you do this. I don't want. I want to see if you do this. Uh,
what did he say? I don't write rhymes. I write checks. Yeah, I mean, like at the end of the day,
mm-hmm.
that's all that he just need to keep that signature right. Yeah, I mean, just sign off on
Mm-hmm.
those.
Listen, it's like,
All they doing is
but
pay
no, the
for.
qualifications definitely gotta be there. They gotta be something.
No, I think because at the end of the day, you got to remember America is a business. So I think part of those
Mm-hmm.
qualifications is you you should know how to run a business.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the
Yeah,
end of
and
the
there's
day, I
so
think
many young, rich billionaires out here now. They are out
if,
here doing
if
amazing.
that,
So
that don't mean
people,
they know how to run a
people.
business. Yeah, I
Oh
don't think
no,
they know.
no, no. These young guys out here running businesses pretty darn good, pretty
No, no, I'm
well.
not saying
But
they don't. I'm
again,
just saying
is
that don't mean that they do. That's all I'm saying. Like you're 100% correct. But some people, they come up with a good idea and all that, but then they paying people to make sure that everything stays
mm-hmm,
afloat. It takes a village. It
mm-hmm,
definitely takes a village.
mm-hmm, you do.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, but
Uh,
I do believe like a lot of them old farts do need to like move around a
Step
little bit.
down, bro. The arrogance gotta stop. Yeah, come on,
They
man. Like
shouldn't be able to be in
you
special.
got yeah, you
I,
got dinosaurs. You got dinosaurs as judges. Dinosaurs is judges. You got dinosaurs as the senators. Dinosaurs as the governors. Dinosaurs as president. Jeez, I mean, do you expect the people under to still stay interested when we got dinosaurs?
nah,
I got a question for you too.
Mm-hmm.
Cause Jimmy Kimmel got shut down, right? His show got shut.
You know what I'm saying?
And
My
a
main
lot of people say it's for his political views.
thing. Mm-hmm.
How you feel about Jimmy Kimmel's situation?
I mean, I ain't look too into it. Like I ain't really like read much about it, but I guess it's just showing you the strength of a lot of these conservatives. Like at the end of the day,
Yes, boy, that's a
like
bull.
it's definitely a little war going on in America, and you know
Hmm.
they gotta watch. You know, you gotta watch what you gotta watch what you say about
Watch
some of
what you
these
say to
people.
me.
Like
What would you say to me?
was
Yeah.
very very powerful. That's what it looked
Hmm.
like.
Hmm.
You know, and so you
Hmm.
gotta watch what you say at the end of the day. You gotta learn how to read the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Kimmel been saying a lot of crazy shit over the years. Excuse my language. Even though it's late night.
Yeah,
Woo
Jimmy
woo.
been yeah. Jimmy been in the game for a minute. Jimmy came a long way too. That's the thing that's crazy. Jimmy came a long way um,
Long
for his
way.
show to be shut down. Um, um,
Rosa O'Donnell gonna take his place.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
she gonna
crazy.
take his
Real
seat.
for real? You serious?
Nah, I'm but I don't know. She might. Shit.
That's it. That,
Like
ain't she? Who that? Roseanne Barr had a Rose. Ain't nobody watching no god dog Roseanne. We wasn't even watching Roseanne as the sitcom. That's not.
Roseanne was doing numbers. Roseanne was doing.
We wasn't even watching the Roseanne.
Yo,
I
hold on.
remember.
Who won that game?
Oh, freaking masculine, bro. You're not being able to Ravens. Ooh wee. Ooh wee.
What?
Looks like Baltimore is getting spanked on pretty bad. Game over. 38-24. Detroit. I said, remember one thing. Remember when I said this? That defense trash. That Baltimore defense is trash.
Yeah, but that's crazy.
No, Detroit good. Detroit a good offensive team. 38. They got a game where they gave. So funny thing, because next week, after next week, well, we're gonna tap in on who's the strongest teams. We're gonna rank. I'm gonna try to get. We're gonna try to jump in the ranking of the five strongest teams. And
Mm-hmm.
remember, I was telling you when I be checking out ESPN, they rank Baltimore. They rank Baltimore between they rank them in the top five every week. But two times this season, right? Today they gave up 38. Week one they gave up 41.
Dang.
Who they beat last week? The Browns. Yeah, they didn't beat the Browns last week. I think so. I think they beat the Browns if I'm not mistaken, right? So you go out there and you beat the Browns.
Crazy.
You got to rank them in the top five. Yeah, you go out there and beat the Browns. The Browns don't score points, right? The Browns don't score points. So with the Ravens, how you gonna keep putting them at number four, the third best team in the NFL, the fourth best team in the NFL? Again, I like Lamar. I think he's fire. He wanted the players to watch. That don't mean that that team good. It just mean Lamar worth watching.
He was glazed on Lamar, y'all.
That defense trash. That defense trash. I don't care how good individually good Kyle Hamilton is. I used to tell my youngest in school that, right? Last year in my school, I'm talking to my little youngin. He used to tell me every week that the Eagles was gonna lose. And when we played Baltimore, he told me how they was gonna beat on us so bad, and we was trash, and we all that. And then we went out there and we beat on Baltimore. And then he told us we was gonna get beat every game in the playoffs. We don't win the Super Bowl. And I told him,
Uh,
I said, Baltimore got a
Y'all beat
long
on
way to go.
Baltimore.
We beat Baltimore last year. I think it was like week 14, I think. I can't think of the exact game. But
I, wait, did y'all? I don't remember y'all
the
beating
exact
Baltimore.
week. But
I know y'all in the crazy.
yeah, we beat them. We beat them 24. Oh, December 1st.
Okay,
December
well
1st,
y'all.
24-19. But I'm like, bro, that defense, man, that defense is light, man. That defense is trash, bro. They not gonna keep going out there. I mean, I guess they gotta go out there and put up the 40 ball. They gotta put up the 40 ball every week. Lamar gonna have to do it all every week. Hey, Lamar Jackson ain't 260. He ain't that. That's a highlight reel. That's a highlight reel right there. And then I mean, again, and we've been on this, we've been on the show, so I ain't really get things happen on the game. I'll go back and watch that for a replay.
That's
Um,
crazy. Like I thought Baltimore was gonna win it.
38 though.
My picks
There.
getting shot down.
Oh, my bad. My bad. They scored again. It's 38-20. It's
Game
38-30.
over. 4 seconds left.
Yeah. Baltimore got to go score. They know they got because like I said, yo, do it not look like these dudes are playing for stats? That's what I've been saying since week one. It look like everybody over there playing for stats.
Yeah, Nay, because
They
at the
really
end of
do.
the day, like a game like this, even with 30 seconds left, and you got Lamar Jackson, you, if y'all get the onside kick, y'all can tie the game. So I
Yeah,
look
some
at it as like playing
crazy
for
things
stats.
happen in the NFL.
At the end of the day, y'all can't expect these dudes to just roll over and say game over. They
Roll over. True. True. That's true.
that's why it irked me when people be
That is
talking about
true.
oh Dak got all these points in garbage time. I be and then it grinds my gears because a lot of these dudes y'all don't even look at us play because real for real is not many games that we get blown out in. And then when we do get blown out in, Dak don't even have like 275 yards. So how do y'all figure he getting all these yards in garbage time? And then main man got like 16 court comebacks in 24
Wait.
game winning drive. So he come back in the fourth quarter and win more times than he lose. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like what y'all think these dudes is
It's
not
funny. I was actually
no more just because
just gonna stop balling. I'm a ball.
down.
Yeah.
Like y'all
Yeah.
that
Yeah. I'm a ball. You're right. You are absolutely right.
that shows how many people never really play
I'm a ball out.
in real life.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause it ain't over until that clock
Well,
hits
I'm a
zero.
ball out. You are absolutely right.
Like look at y'all game yesterday. If y'all would have just stopped playing because y'all was down in the fourth
No, you're right.
quarter, them two block field goals don't happen. Yeah, I mean, like now.
Hey, look. Remember I called the boy trash? What was his name? Rashad Bateman.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "I'm gonna show you trash. You went scored this week." He said, "I'm gonna show you trash, brother. I'm gonna go score." He said, I said, "Mark Andrews is trash. He got two of them jobs this week."
Exactly. See?
He said, "Oh, I'm trash. I'm trash. I got something for you."
Look, you help them out. Tell them they owe you. You
Give you motivation.
know, motivation.
Get on your job. It's over. It's over. It's over. 38-30.
Yeah, it's over now.
They tried on the side. Yeah, they tried on the side. They tried it.
And Mark Andrews, they tight end.
Yeah. Montgomery had a game. Montgomery had a game. 12 rushes, 150, 151.
And that's that's the running back
Jameer,
we should
Jam-
use.
Jameer Gibbs, 67. They both had two apiece. They both punched two apiece.
But
They punched two apiece, bro.
hey, Dallas need to even go get Montgomery.
I put on ESPN. I put I put ESPN on and I heard him say I heard him I hear Stephen A. Smith put Baltimore in the top five. I'm dropping a diss track the next day.
You stop it.
I heard the boss put, I'm dropping a diss track the next day. I ain't having it no more. You gotta,
Dude,
yeah, I ain't having it.
we definitely do gotta do that diss track though, man. That yeah, that Jones was a
Oh no
little.
no. Yeah. Yeah, that oh wait. That
We
lame
ain't,
dude ain't gonna live
we
for
ain't
that.
gonna listen to
Trust me.
that, but that Jones was a little crazy, you know. That's out
Yeah, I ain't gonna say no names,
there.
but that lame dude gonna get torched up. He gonna hey listen, you stepping into my world, right? He gonna step into my world. He gonna step into my world and disrespect. I don't
That
I don't I done put my foot in people behind for stupider for goofier reasons. I done put my foot in people behind for goofier reasons. So for stuff like that, it's gonna be more than justified.
was
More than
fat.
justified. Hey.
Oh my god. Hold on.
Ew.
Hey, black.
Goodness.
Black boy. I remember oh, she got married again. I remember
Mm.
Black used to have some of the best looking girls when we was growing up. Like I used to be a little jealous of it.
Black was the one. I remember. I ain't saying no names, but I remember a little joint I was at. She gonna say, "I gotta be messing with your I be messing with your brain is the game, my ninja." Yeah.
Yeah, black black was the said like I can't
Here's the one.
talk talk all crazy on here too much. But yeah, black was the one. That's my
Like I said, I like we was
hold on, your phone was breaking up. What you What you say?
I said I always be oh me and my people it was different.
Uh, not this nigga Greg. He just now posted a
Right?
picture of him Tracy. So, talking about happy 13th anniversary. I just called this dude early.
I'm talking about stranger.
Yeah, just called this dude early.
I'm gonna cut on this call.
It's crazy.
He a Titans fan, right?
Yeah.
Right? Strange dude. Strange. Yes, had his night. Nate Dogg got one of my favorite songs. He yeah,
Hold on. I'm trying to think of trying to say think of something smart to say. I ain't. I'm gonna just say glad to know you're all right. I ain't even going to say happy anniversary. None of that shit. That's crazy.
I
That's
don't care about
huh?
university.
Right. I mean, that's crazy, bro. Like I just called this dude early. I done called him like
Like y'all weird as a
yeah. That's corny, man.
mistake in life. We be
Get John going in and out, bro. Yo, bro.
you hear me, bro? Yeah, you hear
Yeah. Nah. Nah, I can't hear you now.
me? That's nuts. That's not down.
Yeah. Now I'm about to hit your phone up. Hey, look. Yeah, man. I know we jumped a little bit off subject tonight, yeah, I mean, but you know, hope y'all hope y'all have a good night, yeah, man. Let us know how y'all feel, man. What y'all think about those games that came on this weekend? What y'all think about the game tonight? Yeah, man. I know we jumped a little bit politics and all that, but we jumped around a little bit 'cause we was just chatting. Yeah, I mean, and that's how I get when when the bros get together. But hope y'all have a good night. Y'all be safe. We out here.